welcome to Archetype Insights. This is Misha and I'm with you. How are you all? It's been quite a long time. I had to, there's so many changes going on in my life, and now the market is open, so I have to apply for it. And from quite some time, my health have been not so very supportive. Sorry, I had to hold my phone like this. So that is the reason I've been a bit down with my health, and I could not capture much. So just forgive me being so late on to coming up with new insights for you. So today we're gonna be discussing on insights on technological advancement and alienated life in a short while. Yes guys, back again with the new insights. This is part 2 that is based upon technological advancement and alienated life. Well, we're going to be cutting down this into, having a look into technological advancement from an advantageous point of view and also from a disadvantageous point of view. I will not say as disadvantage at any point in time because, life evolves, right? And the human mind keep exploring and researching on new ways to live life. We can reach to a new planet for that sake in search of life. So that's the evolution, and that's the way how man has been structured or hardwired to reinvent, to research, to probably have a quest for life. Okay, that will never stop. So today, I have to say about alienation, because when you look at the aliens, right, we see the aliens as downloaded with a lot of information, with a big gigantic brain and a big socket of eyes, and they have information, they can speak to you, they have ability to read you well with a lot of information in them, and that's how we have seen in the movies. I've not really seen how the aliens are, but we do know the alien species do exist. There are evidence, there are proof. Where it has been found, not sure, but there are proof about it. So if you just have a look into it, because their features are really big, and then they can really reach up to you, can read you, but the way they act, their actions are bizarre, right? In a bizarre way. So how it is connected with the technology, let's just have an understanding. In short, technology, not in short, in a wider perspective, if I have to say, technology has given rise for a lot of advanced way of seeing the life. Okay, let's just take it from the olden period of time when we've been using a small, probably a handy phone, to now with flip mobile phones, or from the olden type of a computer systems to the modern way of laptop or a tablet. Okay. Also, if you see the primitive way of doing the agriculture, the tractors, that has been used even today in some part of India. However, in the advanced country, the tractor systems has much more replaced with new advanced technology of maintaining the agriculture and plantation. Just a split of your fingertips, or with your remote control, you can monitor the entire machine, and you can give those coding and information to it. It actually roll around the land and give you the result, or yield the crops for you. So it does its work. Okay, and as well in all the in all the aspects of the life, the technology has replaced the human life to an extent that the robots, the new development, the robot dog, which is the Boston research team. If you, I was very shocked early in the morning when I just got to see this, the video of Boston University invented about this dog. It works on remote control, and actually look, and so many other species they can develop. Also human, the real human, the way they walk, the way they talk, and even in the hotels, there are, few hotels have adopted in order to invite more customers, or to mobilize, or to to low down the manpower. They have come up with using the robot, or the robotic technology to serve the customer, or to or to invite the customers, or give that kind of a customer service through the robots. And that is a new invention which has been placed in their hotels. And I was very shocked to see this, but that's how they wanted to upgrade themselves in the competition. So we have been facing up with a lot of competitions, and human brain is hardwired. Okay, so they look for psychic way to connect with the people, or they're hardwired to gain some informations to advance themselves, and to move into the competitive mode. Okay, they always wanted to be one step ahead, competing with the other side of the people, or within their ego, or probably with your systems or social norms. You always wanted to compete. Even in the schools, principals do teach the children to compete, be more competitive, because that's what the market looks for. And the best candidate are one who is right fit with competition, and well organized, with a very competitive mode, and with the talent, the skills, and highly identified, because the competition is so difficult to crack that you have to upgrade yourself, and you have to polish yourself. You have to be prepared at any point in time, to strike the code and to enter. That's what we all are looking for. Enter to the next phase, enter to the next level, right? Well, where are we taking ourselves? It's so very clear with the message of Elon Musk that we are digging the grave for ourselves, right? If you see the usages of the plastic, okay, that's so very harmful for the global, for the world, for the Mother Earth, that it is very very harming, right? There is no way, you can just get rid of the plastic usages. Now the government has come up with the banning the usage of the plastics. And can we completely eradicate it? I think no. The answer is absolutely no, because we use bottles, we use can box, we use many things with the plastics, right? And in the other country, when we get the plastic cages or plastic bags, we feel like, yeah, more comfortable. So how are we going to be replacing it completely? We have to be much more environmental, much more oriented way to the nature. And that's a message. That's a message to realize that the technology have taken place to the extreme, and human life, the human or mankind in general, have a tendency that they are very ungrateful. You understand the meaning of that? Because when we get everything, we don't care for from where we belong to, or we don't even have a look into the place from where we belong, or from where we have come. Like the olden, way of reading the books are the supreme knowledgeable thing. And even today, I love to carry the books. I sleep next to any sort of a book next to me, because I feel more comfortable. I feel my heart is more aligned with the books and the papers, and I love to get that smell, the fresh magazine, and the odor of it. It actually make you feel so rejuvenated, right? But this is not the concept today. Children are learning from Kindles and a new way of having the classroom sessions, which is so sickening. At one point in time, children can fake. They can go to any extent to have fun with it, and they don't take it very very personally, or they don't take it very seriously. Of course, we do miss classroom. Classroom is the ideal way to feel the goodness. I remember wherever I go, or like in my during my business schools or my libraries business school time, I take like 5-15 minutes or probably a day off from my normal lectures and go to the library and gather some books which I like the most, when I sit over there, read the books for a long time, and when the time's up, I just leave for the day. So no attendance is marked, and I make it a constant practice that I spend a particular day in the library. It actually makes you feel so connected with the knowledge and the immense of grace and wisdom that it actually enhances your world and gives you the strength to your soul and to your mind, to your metabolism in general. When we are born, we, the child identifies the environment right from the womb. How is the environment, where is the light, and it's so very important that the mothers are being advised to have maybe a small religious book to read when they're pregnant, or read something so that you give the information downloaded to your child, and the child structure that confidence psychology or a DNA in them, and probably their way of their designing will change. They are being structured or coming to the realization that this is my world and this is what I'm supposed to learn. And so when we take the birth, we are living in the real world, okay? The Mother Earth or the Mother Nature becomes the womb for us, and we evolve and we identify from the environment and from the people across the environment, how they live their life, and we try to resemble like them or probably adapt like them. So adaptability is a major point to be seen from the human evolution. We adapt like the way how they are. So if the advanced country is doing something, some research, we try and adapt how we can compete with them and get advanced to a next level much better than that, correct? So this is how human life is, this is how mankind is. But how far are we gonna go with the technology? Because it's very true that today we are able to connect, we are able to see life through technology. What will happen if we would have been living in the olden times, and when there's no mobile, there's no technology, no Wi-Fi, nothing, no internet at all, and we are stuck, we are locked up, and then there's pandemic everywhere, right? How are we gonna even imagine our life, our world? We really cannot. We cannot just survive even without having access to YouTube probably early morning, or for some music systems, because that's how our mind has adapted to seek that pleasure hormone, that pleases our mind, that pleases our heart, and make you feel much more happier when we see through things. The eyes, the vision, the mind is very important picture in here, and so do the soul, the body system, and also the elements of the body. Okay, what I wanted to tell you, because if you're always stuck with the technology, like the computer, the gadgets, the mobile, always, we automatically dissociate ourselves from the realization that once upon a time we've been a human and we never had those gadgets with us, and how we lead our life. So there comes the power. We lead our life by manifesting things, by making things happening with the power, with the food we consume, the energy we intake, and build with that the power to co-create with the nature, something which is very, very important for us and for our surroundings. So the old primitive way of living has given us a power uh, to create, to build, okay, to identify, to learn from the environment. Like the psychologist who passed away last month, Albert Bandura, his social learning theory and his the experiment and self-efficacy has been explained, or self-actualization has been explained so well by learning from your environment. And that's so very true. Self-efficacy, the peak level of the Maxwell hierarchy theorem, talks to you about not just the knowledge what you have acquired from your books, but what you acquire from your environment, from the life in general. And that's the true wisdom, correct? Also, if I had to say, today if you look at most of the youngsters, they have issues with infidelity, okay? The maximum amount of relationship turmoils, or probably divorce cases have been increased from the time 2000 have been hit, the millennium have hit us, and we have seen so many marriages and relationships were breaking apart. And from the time when the WhatsApp have come into the picture, rather than just texting or sending the SMSs, the old system methodology, the SMSs have made much more easier when we chat through the chat lines, like the WhatsApp or WeChat, or probably any kind of virtual media. But this kind of a platform also have instigated to have and hands-on with the privacy, with private life, with a personalized life, and we become impersonalized. We were impersonalized with all aspects of the relationship thing. We have been much more satisfied with whom we are married. We are contentful with it. But the moment when things have developed, the virtual medium of sending the messages, keeping an eye on somebody's messages, or probably different app systems have enormously have given rise to get what you want, just a split of your fingertips, right? And so do we are accessible with everything, the security, the fingerprints, the eye readings, or probably everything. We can even change the way how we look, right? We can get a blue lenses eyes and have a selfie stick on, with the B12 or whatever. And we also have so many applications or social platform where we project ourselves to be much more exposed, but we don't feel like it's exposed, because that's the trend, that's been the lifestyle we've been living, or we will be living, and because everybody's doing so, we have to adapt it. That's the human way, of evolution. We sometimes forget to know what really fits into us, what is correct, what is ideally right, and we try and be like the world. Again, the social development takes place, and we learn, we evolve, we compete, so we want to do one step ahead than other people are, and that's how we are being, right? And we cannot change it. But if you look, the first invention of Facebook, it actually opened a worldwide platform to connect with the people across the globe, and given so many beautiful relationships, also invited so many troubles within themselves, because there are so many people are going crazy with the Facebook, right? We're connecting with the people whom we have never even met, and today the Facebook have reached to a level that we can take somebody else's picture and make our profile and connect with the people and chat. So where is integrity? So we are becoming depersonalized, okay? Depersonalized in the sense like we we are losing the integrity somewhere. We're breaching that deadlines, and we're breaching the boundaries and the limitations. We are not even concerned to take ethical understanding of what it will be when it been across the people, to expose ourselves, or probably to look good, great, or to chat through the people, or on the social network with different type of people. Although you have a marriage, although you got a kid, so what? Everybody's chatting, and that plays my mind, and I had to go for it. So it doesn't really matter, because that's the way how we are today. We are living on Instagram, and the albums, the old way of maintaining the albums was far more worthwhile. I ever say worth, because we have some assets with us, right? And today the albums we can maintain on Insta and on the platform of Insta, wherein it will never go away. Okay, maybe the albums, the old pictures might get faded away, or probably get bruised and leaked, or the color goes off, or probably the watermark on it, and who wanted to live in it. But have you seen the movie of Titanic, and wherein she revisits the olden times, wherein she can capture many pictures being taken, or the time she spent with her lover, and how he been sketching through the paintings, right? And those are the memories. So the album gives you the memory, and the memories help you to revisit our olden times, which were so really a golden memories for us. And we should always cherish those old methodologies, because today when everything is so lively, nothing gonna be changing the picture, even if it stays for 10 long years to come, or 20 long years to go for. The picture seems to be absolutely there and very lively. It has made the world look much more happening and much more happy. But along with that, we are somewhere dissociating ourselves from ethical lines, right? The ethical boundaries or streamlines, because the infidelity within the relationship is seen majorly because of the social platforms, and much more into living with the social world and the society in general, and our easy way of enhancing relationship, or connecting with the people, which is far more easier than how it was in the primitive time. So in the primitive time, we believe in love, we believe in connection with the soul, we believe in praying to have a good relationship. And today we hardly praise for a relationship, right? We just believe in, okay, forget it, let's move on and look for next. Okay, everything is replaceable, everything, even mother is replaceable, even father is replaceable, even children are replaceable, right? And we lose the essence of understanding the importance of them within us, just because technology has advanced so far that it is somewhere help to you to become more personalized, so that you can touch another human emotions, only basic of that, because every invention, every application has only one key point: just personalize the other human life. But if it goes extensive, it alienates us to become depersonalized from all the emotions, and become something which is very unrealistic. I hope I'm making sense. And where is a reach? Where is a stoppage for it? There is no stoppage, unless you will not realize What is karma? What is duties? What is ethics? What is asking a concern, or probably asking the approval or agreement. In the research we say we need to have an ethical lines and ask the concern from the other person. Can I step into your world? Okay, and can I investigate what I wanted to investigate from you? We ask the permission and consent. Okay, a consent letter is very, very important. I'm not saying about concern, I'm saying about consent letter. Okay, and that consent letter is so very important that we explore the other person with that permission. But are we doing that today? I suppose no, because we have the application wherein it doesn't ask anything except your fingerprints or your passcodes, and then you enter to that world and you investigate what he or she is doing. And everyone, you know what, human emotions in psychology, it's like a deep ocean, right? An endless ocean, and it's very deeper, that has no reach and no limit, and it's heightened with its knowledge and power that I'm just receiving a call. So it has its power that it can create the Mother Earth, right? And exactly the same way, it's like the human emotions has tremendous energy. It has irreplaceable energies and expression that probably should be used in a perfect manner. But when we use technology, we are so driven in seeking information, in collecting the work, or probably doing the work. It is making our life easier, but we somewhere down the line is dissociated. Because if you see the small children, even in the very young age, they use the technology to the extreme that the addiction becomes so very crucial on them, that they are into the fugue state. They dissociate themselves with the timelines, with the time schedules, and how you should be connecting with your parents, and what language you should be using with them, and how you should be greeting them. And we are more into using the slangs and perhaps the happening words, or happening tone of languages, which is more trendier, is happening, and is being used everywhere. And so we wanted to be part of it, and we wanted to be identified with that. And we forget, the human emotions are from these people with whom we have grown up, and we just try to dissociate ourselves completely, become much more stronger, or step 100 times bigger than them, and say that, what, I know far better than you. That kind of an attitude. Is it taking you far? I think no. Because with every advancement brings some kind of alienation, some kind of a destruction, and some kind of a disaster. Like today, the virus looks so hilarious, right? Not in the history of the research we are able to see this kind of a virus, but it's so very obvious, even if we wanted to hide the fact, it's so very obvious for everyone that it's been created in the laboratory. It's a human structured virus, and it has taken place with life, and it's keep evolving. and it's an amazing invention, right? In one way, low down of the population can help. Is it helping anyone? It is not helping anybody, because we cannot see another human being is hurted and, dying or collapsing for breath, or some kind of different viruses are taking place in the body. And it's actually killing the humanity in general, right? We cannot see that. But the way how it has been planned to invent is to remove the population, to slow down the pace, the speed with which we are making our life go ahead, because we are not caring for the Mother Earth. The global warming is the source of from where we have began till where we can go, and we don't even care, because it's unbelievable how we compete in the market today, how we compete in the industry today. It's so unbelievable that competition has no end to it. Those days have been gone by where we believe we graduate, we make our degrees done, we get one job and we stick with it because we can manage with it. It's far difficult to see this kind of people today, because everybody wanted to look for opportunities, look for something to learn, and look for more